Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another Behind the Corner, where I take you behind the scenes of running Bauer's Game Corner. And right now, I'm very excited to show you how much I made in the month of January. We're going to be digging into the weeds, going through the analytics, and showing you exactly how the sausage gets made. So right now, we have the Bauer's Game Corner view, and I can see just for the month of January 2022 exactly how we did. And as you can see, first things, views, I was really surprised by this. I actually had more views than I had in December, which is typically very shocking, just because December is the month. That's normally my huge month that I always have, because Christmas, and then you get the Thanksgiving spillover, and everybody's at home for the school, and I started doing the how to play videos, which were big this month, so I was very surprised to see that momentum continue on into January. And if you look at last January, I had 52,000 views, so nearly double the amount of views from last January to this January, and as a content creator, that just gets me so excited that just this seemingly typical month of January was able to carry the momentum of December. So if you're a newer subscriber, thank you for joining. Super excited. Watch time. I normally don't look too much into this, but yeah, we're still up there. Awesome. But the big one for me, 270 new subscribers. That's one of my biggest months ever. So thank you for joining. Super excited. And I can't believe I was to the moon at 226 in December, and then to bust out a 270 in January. I feel like the snowball that I've been pushing on this YouTube channel for the last decade is starting to just do a little bit of the pushing itself. And it's so exciting. And then, of course, how much money we made. And we're going to break this down way more in a second once we go to the daily chart. But as you can see here, $386. I'm really happy about that. $364 in November, $762 in December. But from what I understand, that's because people pay a lot more for ads then or something like that. But still, $386 a month in January. That's amazing, because that's not the only source of income that Bauer's Game Corner has. Is not just the YouTube stuff, and we'll get into the dailies now, and we'll start to see some real stuff here. Because, yeah, I also want to talk about my other revenue streams in this video as well. I do have a relationship with the Game Crafter. If you're not familiar with the Game Crafter, it is an absolutely spectacular website where you can make your own prototypes, and it's just delightful. And so they send me a Game Crafter game every single month. I shoot 4 videos on that, and they pay me. And I don't know if they want me revealing how much they pay, but it does pay a bill or two. It's a decent chunk. At least I'm a cheap person, so it's a decent chunk for me. So looking here, this is the other thing that really excites me about the month of January, is that there's no big spikes here. This is consistent. If I can keep this, so let's see, 2,800 here. So it is coming down a little bit, but I'm enjoying this ride here. Now, we did have a big spike in the beginning of January. Let's see what got posted there. Does it show me? I'm sure it was something Uno. I don't know. I don't know what moved the needle there. We'll find out when we get more into the details. So let's get more into the details. Oh, so the top 10, why is it, load up, what are you doing? Come on, it's showtime. Come on, YouTube, act right. Here we go. So my most popular videos for this time period, and you're going to see how much they make in a minute, was how to play Uno All Wild. And this one I was super excited about. I saw it at Walmart. I bought it that day for $6. And I want you to remember that price. For $6, I immediately went home, said, hey, boys, go grab an electronic and shut your mouths. I'm going to go shoot this video. That video was up later that night, and that's why I hustled right there. 12,496 views on that in the month of January, and it launched 2 weeks before January. That, I'm calling it right now, I do think that this one will end up being my most popular video of all time before it's all said and done. That might take 4 or 5 years before it climbs up there, but I do think it will. And that's super exciting for me to say that, because I honestly think Skyjo is going to be in my top 10 at some point as well, which is one of the things with the how to play videos. I really feel like I hit the nail on the head here, and seeing that there was a big market for this sort of thing with specific games. Now, also, Kickstarter critique continuing to be popular. Super excited. And then honestly, I feel like the Kickstarter critique now is what brings the mass market gamers and the hobby gamers together on Bauer's Game Corner. Like, I'm pulling them forward, because the same people that are interested in paying, $400 $6 for Rome the board game are probably not the ones who are like, how do I play this $6 versions of Uno? And I love that. I love the fact that you're both stopped at this channel, and thank you for joining. So Sky Joe the card game, same thing. I posted that in October. It's my third most popular video with 2,300 views. Neil Patrick Harris, gameplay video. Look at this one. It's got legs, 2,000 views, and you'll see how much money that is in a second. How to play the game of life. This was another one. I got this game, and I immediately dropped everything. I remember that. I got that game, I believe, that evening, and I said to my wife, and I'll say this to her. My wife's amazing. I say this all the time. Hey, can I go downstairs and shoot? And she's like, yeah. And so I went downstairs. I shot this. It was a very frustrating video. I just remember having a lot of issues making that video, but I'm glad I did. It's getting legs. I don't think that game's paid for itself. We're gonna find out, but it's going to. I mean, it's inevitable. How to play Uno triple play, same thing. Got this, immediately made the video. Now this one gets me excited as well. This is a video from November. Ilek, the little companion bot, and this is what I'm trying to do on Bowers Game Corner. I'm trying to widen my lane, and people say, "Stay in your lane." Well, it's just my lane because I haven't expanded my lane. So I started to cover tech now, and I connected it to the Kickstarter critique, because the Kickstarter critiques were for a while my bread and butter. And they still are. And then we got how to play Bluey Shaddy. So at this point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of my top 10 are how to play. All right, let's see. I never click on these. Let's click. Ooh, impressions. No, you don't want to see that. Let's get into the weeds. Let's get into the weeds. My favorite spot. But before we get into the weeds, let's talk about Patreon. So I have a Patreon, and every month it raises $79. 12 amazing people support that. And last month was one of our biggest months ever. We had 2 new supporters, so huge shout out to Silicor and Michael Baroob, who joined my Patreon. I don't really do much there, but it's just kind of a way for you to say, hey, I like your content. I want you to keep doing your thing. And every dollar really does count. And and here's the thing. Having consistent income lets me take more risks. And I'll give you a prime example. You know, I remember when I first came to my wife the first time, and I was like, hey, dear, I want to spend like $70 on some games. Because I don't buy board games. As a reviewer, at least for me, because I'm lower middle class, you don't typically buy many board games. They send you so many that it's like, why, I don't really need to buy anything, because I get games every week, because people want me to make content on them. But I was like, I want to buy games, and I want to buy very specific crappy games. Like these mass market style games, these kids games, these family friendly games, which a lot of the typical board game market, kind of poo-poos with their nose down at. And I was like, I'm going to make content on all these. And I started to do that. I'm so glad I started to do that, because I took that risk, and it clearly showed me like, wow, these games could pay for themselves, plus even more, as we're going to see once we get really to the subscriber numbers. So yeah, so this is for January. Let's add a couple metrics here. Let's get some fun stuff in here. Subscribers gained, that's always a good one. Let's check subscribers lost. Typically that doesn't tell us too much information unless it's one big jarring number, but we'll get to that. Card clicks. Let's see. And normally there's like nothing card click wise, but we'll give it a whirl. Yeah, 8 card clicks grand total. Nobody clicks the cards, which is fine. I mean, I don't really click cards that much. Anything else we want to see here? Estimated revenue. Yeah, that's a huge one. All right, so let's see. Let's just get down to the cash. Everybody loves money, and I'll explain these lines in a second. So the most popular profitable game was How to Play Uno All Wilds during the month of January. During the month of January, it made me $25.13 once again for that $6 game. And that's like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. Also, it had 1 card click. I want you to realize how little people click on cards right now. I want to break this down. I have over 4,000 videos. I got I don't remember, but it was a lot of views. Tens of thousands of views, and there was 8 card clicks grand total. Coincidentally, on the Neil Patrick Harris one, I think that's because people want to see part 2. All right, so $25. Subscribers lost. I lost 4 subscribers on Uno a while. That's actually pretty high. That's kind of surprising. And I also lost 4 on Sky Joe the card game. So that's some people who are like, yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of you moving to just a lot of how to play videos, And that's going to happen. But here's the bottom line. I gained 8 here. I gained 24 here. 32 minus 8. It's it just makes sense to me. And the other cool thing that I like to think about is these 32 are most likely not deep into the gaming hobby, and so now I can be like, come on. Have you heard of Kickstarter? Oh yeah, you can buy, come on over here, check it out. Because I feel like those 32 people who were here for the Skyjo card game, the red light green light card game, Skyjo action, in a pickle, the 3 people. Hey, what's up, you 3 people who came from In a Pickle? I hope you watch this video, and I hope you subscribe because of it. I'm glad you're here. That's so cool to me, though. I'm going to be bringing them into the hobby. So the big one, Uno Wall Wild. So estimated revenue. Neil Patrick Harris once again. And this one, I tell you what. Don't take me to the page. You're going to take me to the page. Why couldn't I right-click you? I just want to right-click you. So I love looking at this video. So I did this one, 36 subscribers and $136 on this one game. And this was one of those risks. This was one of those ones like, I want to buy these new Target games. I want to make content on it. I think it might be popular because it has Neil Patrick Harris' name attached to it. And sure enough, it did work. And, this is only a chunk of the pie. Now, this is the main chunk of the pie, but I also did a review of the game, and I also did a part 2 on this, so there's more subscribers and more revenue there. And as long as they keep printing this game, I conceivably am going to, dang it, stupid YouTube! I conceivably am going to be one of the bigger videos on that, which gets me super excited. All right, more revenue, more people seeing your videos. Yeah, I love it. I see that. All right, so next, let's talk about some Fiverr. Another way I earn money is on Fiverr. And we can see on the back end here, and I'll show you my gigs. How can I show you that? I just want to right-click stuff. Here, where's my gigs? Is it my dashboard? I think it's my dashboard. So I offer the Kickstarter Critique, which is a service that you can actually purchase, or I just do one every weekday, but there's no guarantee that I'll do it on your specific game. So that has been a service, and I actually believe I just raised the price on that. Because what I try to do... that's not what I was looking for. Oh, here we go. Gigs. So what I try and do is raise the price as my reviews slowly get higher and I get more reviews. Oh, this is the back end stuff. I was trying to show you the front end stuff. Come on. There we go. Profile. That's where I want to go. So yeah. So it used to be $25 for the Kickstarter Critique, and then as I got more reviews, I slowly raised it by $5, and now it's to the point where I get $50 for one of these videos, which is amazing to me. It's something that I'm going to do anyway. I'm going to come down here every weekday, 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and talk about something tabletop related that's on Kickstarter or GameFound or platform, social, you know what I'm saying. So that gets me excited that I also get paid $50 on top of that, in addition to gaining the subscribers, in addition to gaining the revenue, as long as I just click the little, this is promoted content, and I still... Yeah, and despite the fact I have given some very seething, some seething reviews in that, it's still maintaining a very high rating. And honestly, my worst rating, I do have one star, and that is completely on me. Because the other big one that I do is I will inspect your board game rule booklet, which is about to see a price increase as well. That one's becoming more and more popular because I've read, thousands and thousands of rule booklets. I've reviewed 1,400 games. I probably read legitimately 3,000 to 5,000 rule booklets, and I just kind of I just write notes on their stuff, and it's a way to earn income, and that's something that's really exciting for me as someone trying to make it, because there was a time last year where we were sitting in the car waiting to go tobogganing, which is giant sledding you can do, and I was editing a PDF in the car, and it was oh my gosh, I could do this anywhere. And because that's one of the things that I want to do one day is I want to quote unquote retire. I'm never going to retire. I'm going to be covering board games until the day I die, presumably. But because I love it, or if the passion ever dies. But I don't think that's going to happen. But just the idea, because me and my wife hopefully one day are going to get an RV and then drive around the country. But the bottom line is, I can do a Kickstarter critique in an RV. I can inspect your rule booklet in an RV. It's just fascinating to me. And then I also, very exciting this month, got my first order on this one right here, which is where I will walk you step by step to make your board game a reality, where I talk about how you need to set up a manufacturer and I go you through all the different weeds, and I got the first order of that this month, and so that's exciting as well. It's a collectible card game, which is going to be interesting. But yeah, so I make a little bit extra money on Fiverr, and that was a very long-winded, loquacious way of saying I made 40, 80, 120, and $200 in January in Fiverr. But I will say I'm planning on making a lot more in February. I do believe that that snowball is also going to be continuing to go down the hill because I just became a level 2 seller, which is awesome. Because it means people are more likely to see my stuff. And YouTube's stupid. I gotta add all the stuff again. Man, alright. So let's go check out the subscribers lost and the revenue. Yeah, so let's take a look at the revenue because I know that's what most people want to see here, I think. So, and then the how to play videos. So, every single time I get a how to play video, I'm saying to myself, all I need to do with this how to play video is just make its money back. And so when I see a game, I say, all right, can I make a how to play video for that? Because right now, and that's the other thing, I do plan on eventually moving to heavier games. Like more game night style games. And then, oh my gosh, I will rule the land. But until then, we're going to stick with Bluey's The Shadowlands board game and in a pickle. But still, so this one, 1157, this is one that we pretty much gave to our kids. Oh, God, I don't want to click on it. Why can't I right-click? You're so stupid. If you're on YouTube, there we go. I can't right-click anything? Are you kidding me? What's inspect do? I don't want to, no, I don't even know what any of this stuff means. I'm going to ruin the internet for everybody. All right, I need to do this in Chrome. That's what I need to do. All right. So, how to play Bluey's Shadowland board game is going to be 1157 though, and I posted that in November, so that game's paid for itself. How to play in a pickle. This was actually one where I was just like, oh my gosh, this needs, you know what? I can thwart you. I can do this my way. This needs a video because I looked at the box and it said over 1 million. No, shut up, go away, me. I saw over 1 million sold, and I was like, wow, is there a how to play video on this? There was not, and I was like, light bulb, obviously. And in this video, I was joking with the people on the Alaboom. Oh wait, about how I think this is one day going to be one of my biggest videos. Just because there's so little content on it, and it just trickles. It just trickles. This is like a 6-year-old game. It's a 6-year-old party game, but it's also an educational game. It's a really spectacular game. But 8 new subscribers, $40, paid for itself. I actually already had the game. And so that's why I love these how to play. And we're going to keep this window open in case I want to talk about some of the more, get into the weeds a little bit. So Bluey Shadowlands, the Kickstarter critique for Total War, that's 1120. That's fantastic. And that'll happen with board game IP video game projects. So essentially when someone ports a video game to board game, I notice there's a big uptick in those videos. And I also notice there's typically, sometimes if I trash on the game, there's a lot more hatred. There's a lot more dislikes. And I find that so fascinating. Like, when I trash on a board game, most of the time people are like, yeah, okay, whatever. But when I trash on video games, like, it's just so fascinating to me that they take it much more personal. Even if the video necessarily doesn't have more views, per se, like, they can have comparable views, I feel like the dislike rate is higher on those. Let's check out, and actually, let's get those likes and dislikes. Let's see what the most popular thing. I'm gonna get to how to play videos because honestly, who doesn't like it? Like when you're done with a how to play video, and you're like, all right, I can play this game now. It's like that. You insta like that, I think. All right, here we go. So dislikes. So okay. So this was the film crowd, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. This isn't a particular. Oh, does it have? Do we have my views here? I need my views. Yeah, views are essential to this. Are the views already on here? Oh, they're over here. So this one only had 659 views. It didn't actually have that many views, but it got 13 dislikes because the people that like SCP were like, I don't like what you're saying about SCP. Whereas when you go in the comments, a lot of them are like, yeah, they really could have done this or that. Because I didn't come at it from I don't know what SCP is. You probably don't know what SCP is. Actually, 4 of you probably do because you chose to subscribe. Kudos. But it's like, it's a weird thing. But that's what I'm saying here. So I find that really fascinating. And then 11, so that one's higher. Now, that one also did have substantially more views at 4,994. But, so let's take a look. Eilic, nobody liked the robots, Marvel Zombies. So this is 4. Okay, whatevs. Let's check out the likes. See what the big hitters were. How to play Uno Wild. That makes sense. You watch that video. 3 minutes later, you know how to play it all a while, because I feel like I did a good job with the video. Total Roar, the Rome. So this one, 6-to-1 ratio. Still a solid ratio. How to play Bluey Shadowlands. Everybody's loving that. 62-0. Ooh, ooh. Final Girl Series. And that's the other thing. That's why, here's the thing. Don't ever think I like bad-mouthing a Kickstarter game. I don't. I would much rather heap insane amounts of praise on it, because that is when we get ratios like this, 39-1. Because Final Girl Series 2, they crushed it on that one. So Thunder Road Vendetta, they came back, they relaunched. This is kind of cool as well. I'm going to back them in the last 3 days and tweet about it. But they actually, I think they retweeted my thing, and they were like, hey, thank you so much. Your first Kickstarter critique on the game, gave us some ideas that we could potentially, bat around. And they ended up using some of them, and so they were like, hey, back it for $1, and we'll throw you a copy when we ship it. And it was like, wow, that's super cool. Because when I do those videos, I never know what the reaction is going to be. I'm getting to the point now where I don't worry about it, because 95% of the time, it's good. Like, it's good. You don't see that behind the scenes stuff, but 95% of the time, like, all right, thank you. And you start to see that in the comments. We're like, oh, they fixed that. They changed different things. So I thought that was cool. Marvel Zombies, a Zombicide game, which once again, like, I feel like I don't even like checking out the CMON ones anymore, because I'm just saying the same damn thing over and over and over and over again, but just with a different IP. Like, I could literally write down the list of complaints before I click on a CMON project, and I already know what they are, but I already know what the positives are going to be. Skyjo card game, 33-0, awesome. The Fall Guys one. So this video, I will be honest, this video, a bit disappointing to me, because I like to talk, I'm talking about successes, I might as well talk about the quote-unquote failures. So this one, rushed out to get it, Monopoly Fall Guys. I thought this is going to be big. It's got its own special rules. It's got all sorts of cool little bells and whistles and unique stuff. What? Why is it? What? Shut your mouth. You don't play video. I apologize for that. It's got bells and whistles and whatnot. And it's not doing nearly as well as I thought it would. Maybe I didn't promote it well enough. Maybe there's another video out there I don't know about that's covering it. So I'm very interested to see where this one goes. But 1.4K, that's still good. $2.92. I think it was like a $20-something game. I still believe this will pay for itself. And 2 subscribers. Which, what value do you put on a subscriber? To me, as a content creator, I think that's huge. And I hear other content creators say, subscriber count, it doesn't matter. I disagree. That's a huge number. That's someone that said, I like you. I would like to see more of what you do. How is that? How are you possibly telling me that is not, like, that's just huge to me. So How to Play the Game of Life. This one, rushed out and did as well. And you know what? I should probably compare the Fall Guys a little bit more to the Game of Life. And hope, because this one I think is going to have legs. So hopefully this one has legs. It's also a bit longer at 11:43. Because I go concise. This one's exciting to see. Oh, this is likes. So we got to support the Dice Tower. Yeah, I think they put on a good one. Let's get back to the monies. Let's take a look at some other stuff. But now it's just going to be dominated. How to play. 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 Unstable uniforms for kids. Wow, okay. Wasn't expecting that one there. How to play. Kickstarter critique. A review of Left, Center, Right. Now here's where things get interesting. And I think I'm going to do it this month. I'm super busy right now because I'm just putting so much on my plate. But part of the reason why I want to start doing how to play videos was that I saw there was interest in these old style games. And when I click on this, you can actually see the most popular part of the video. Let's see if I can show you this. Let's see if I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. This is like some next level stuff here. No, where's my LCR video? Did I do the dots in between? I think I did the dots in between. Where are the stupid... yeah, I probably try. Okay. L dot C dot... Where's my dang LCR video? How to play... Where is it? Oh my goodness, this is going off the rails. It's the review. It's the only review. It should stick out like a sore thumb. Okay, well, I'm not going to show you. But what I was saying is, I was able to see that most of the people who watched this really old video about a really old game were looking specifically at that middle gameplay section. It's people who are like, oh, let me see how to play. And I was like, why don't I just give them, I'm going to give them a how to play video. I don't know if people need this, though, because there are other how to play LCR videos. And what I've tried to do is stay away from just regurgitating videos that the internet doesn't really need. But I'm going to start trying. And I tried one other one, so let's actually see if we can find that one, because I did MadGab. There is already a how to play video on MadGab. But I put this one out in November to see what it would do. And let's check. Yeah, so it's pretty flatline here. Actually, you know what? It looks like it's flatline, but I really want to show you something. Let's get into the weeds here, because that's what I love. It made 4 cents yesterday, 2 days ago. It made 2 cents on Sunday. It made 2 cents on 3 cents here. So while it is next to nothing, that shows me that I still need to do it. Because let's say I cover, I don't know, 20, no, let's say 50. Shoot for the moon. I go big at Bowers Game Corner. I do 50 older, mass market, very popular card games, how to play videos. And if 50 of them are just trickling like this, and trickle for years, decades, I don't know. As long as I'm active, YouTube will still keep me towards the top of the popularity chart, potentially. You know, who's to say one of the videos doesn't get taken down? You never know. Things can happen. And so I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to trickle out. They're not going to be something I do dominantly, because I still want the videos to be mostly relevant, and I feel like releasing another how to play video isn't that relevant. But that being said, I don't know if the other video might suck. Who knows? So yeah, a lot of how to play. You're just seeing how to play. Now, the one thing you're not seeing here, a little bit disappointed, is I started to move into some cryptocurrency coverage. And let's see actually how that's doing. Because that's something that I'm starting to get into. And I want to see, so I did 2 videos. Let's check them out. Oh, now you let me right click. I see how it is. So, Town Star Impressions. So this one, here's the thing. It gained me 3 subscribers. Now, can I tell how many subscribers it lost me? Because that's something to check. That's definitely something to check. Subscribers lost, and it is 0. And that's my theory. A lot of people are like, oh, you got to stick to what you know. You're spreading out too much. And it's like, why? It's not like I go to Walmart and I say, Walmart, what the hell? Why are you selling tomatoes? You're not good at selling tomatoes. Stay in your lane. Like, it's just dumb to me. Why can't I be a super shop? You know, like, I want to change it to Bowers Flea Market. Let's check out the other one did. 2 subscribers here. Now, that gets me excited. That's the snowball. So this is me packing another snowball. I did it for board games, and now I'm going to do it for play-to-earn games. We got another one, too. Let's see. Walking Dead. Ahoy there, YouTube. I'm back again for some more Town Star content. And right now, I'm very excited to talk about some things that got percolating inside of my brain with the recent announcement of dynamic weather in Town Star Season 2. And it got me thinking, well, Town Star Season 2 right there. Oh my gosh, I apologize for that. So we'll check out this one too. Oh, wow. So this one gained 6 subscribers. And I will say, I Twitch streamed a different play-to-earn game called Splinterlands last night, and I gained 3 new Twitch followers there, and so despite the fact this only has 44 views, the Splinterland video got 2 subscribers. And so if I continue to put out, you know, a couple times a week, some random play-to-earn content, that's big. That's big. Because, you know, 2 subscribers for a video, I'm happy about that. I am through the moon. I don't mind putting in the work and putting out videos. So that's fantastic. So let's check out subscribers gained. Let's see what the biggest ones were there. Let's get into one of the other ways I make money. I make money. So last month, grand total, I made $4, yeah, on Amazon Associate links. So essentially, underneath every single video, including this one, there's an Amazon link. You click on that link, you buy anything on Amazon. it's just regular Amazon to you. You don't even notice the difference. But I get like a tiny percentage of whatever you buy. And so, yeah, cool. Oh, actually, I made more than 4 because I made 64 cents here. And I made $6.90 here. Oh, I made $10.80. I got $4 in bounties. I don't actually know what that means. I think that means someone signed up for something while they were there. So grand total, 554 clicks, $14.80, and that's awesome to me. You know, it's because this is one of those accounts I don't actually drain it. Like I just let it sit there, and it accumulates, and it accumulates, and it accumulates. Same thing I do with my Fiverr. And when, you know, maybe my family needs something, it's like, oh, we got a pocket here. I got 3,000 here. I got 1,000 here. You know, I can reach and find money, and that makes me feel way more comfortable as you know, being at least providing some bread. My wife is the breadwinner, but hey, I'm bringing home some butter. Like I can at least spice up the bread a little bit, you know. And so it's fun to see that. So what were we looking at? What was the so we're subscribers gained? Uno All Wild. The Game of Life Super Mario Edition. Looky there. So it's not crushing on views or money earned potentially, but 15 subscribers, and I posted that video in November. Yes, please. You know, and if they come back and they say, oh, that Monopoly Fall Guys, you know, and so maybe they're using my channel a little bit as a shopping channel. Like, oh, you know, I'm more likely to get this game because I know I'll be able to play it. Yucatan Kickstarter critique. Awesome. 9 new subscribers. Like, just to put that in perspective, I sat down one day, decided I was going to do Yucatan, created the thumbnail, did the video, and because I did that, I made 9 subscribers and gained $3.60. And I used to have things like that happen once or twice a month, and it was amazing. It was fantastic. The Kickstarter critiques were like, yes! Now it's happening once or twice a week, potentially. And that's what I'm talking about when I say I can feel the snowball. I feel it moving. It's like, it's just barely. It's leaving my hands. But I'm like, Total War Rome, the board game, 8 subscribers. That's another Kickstarter critique. That's a Game Found critique, actually. Sky Joe card game, Clue Suspect card game. So this one was a fascinating experiment. This was one of those games that one of my most popular videos of all time, and I think we're done with all the money stuff, so now we're just digging into the weeds here, was the Clue Suspect card game. And I want to look at these analytics right here. This, for the longest time, was one of my most popular videos, which told me there is not enough content on this game. Can I look at this monthly? I want to look at this monthly. Why isn't there a monthly button here? You're so stupid. You're so stupid. But yeah, so you can see what I'm talking. Oh, this is what I'm talking about. So this is the gameplay portion. This is where I talk about how to play the game. This is my opinion. So you see what I'm saying here? People want this, and so I put out this how to play video on it. I was like, this seems like a no-brainer, and it looks like it's going to be reaping dividends. I posted in November. It gave me 7 subscribers in January of the next year. If this becomes an evergreen video, this is going to be a fantastic evergreen video, because every single one of these people I'm snagging is probably newer to the board game hobby, and that's just huge. Like, that's huge. I'm the Tom Vassal. Like, what's up? Your estimate, or it could be your estimated revenue plus $1.55, and that's a $10 game. It's paid for itself. And now it's going to be accumulating. The G case, this I love seeing as well. 6 subscribers. This is pure tech. This is video game. This is tech. Those are humongous markets. Same with ILIC. It is tech. If I can start pushing that snowball on tech products, that's what's up. Walking Dead, play to earn games. They're going to be massive. Unless the government just completely kneecaps them. They're going to be huge. And even if the government does kneecap them, all the governments of the world are not going to kneecap them. And that's part of the appeal, you know. So I want to be there. I want to be in the room where it happens. And that's the other thing I notice right now. If you are an aspiring content creator, that's a market you should look into. Because when I look at the most popular people covering this particular topic of play to earn style games with crypto, you don't see huge subscriber counts. Yet. You know, if I can just, they can have the big chunks of pie. I just want some crumbs. Just the board game hobby. Can the board game hobby have some crumbs? I love it. And the more time I spend on YouTube, the more I look at just the weirdest things. So How to Play the Nightmare Before Christmas. You got an IP. You got a very popular movie. This movie is never going to go out of vogue, I don't think. You know, it's going to be kept alive for decades and decades to come. This game will presumably be on Hot Topic shelves for years and years to come. And it got me 4 subscribers, despite the fact I posted in November. Barrel of Monkeys. This was one where I took a shot in the dark. I saw that there was no How to Play video on Barrel of Monkeys. First I had to Google, is Barrel of Monkeys actually a game? It is. And then I was like, well, why don't I fill this gap? There's a gap here. I can fill it. The game costs like $5 or $6. It's at Walmart. It's at Target. It's at like freaking dollar stores. Sometimes you get this like at Family Dollar. It's massively popular if I can get the #1 video. Like, here's the great thing about like a video like this. If I can become one of the most popular videos on Barrel of Monkeys, it will just be a snowball that pushes itself. It will be a form of a passive income and passive subscribers. And that's amazing to me. You know, Barrel of Monkeys. Very good chance in 50 years there will be kids getting that on Christmas. I mean, let's be quite frank. It's just Ostia, the Kickstarter critique. This was a really cool game as well. So 4, and this is GameFound. 4. SCP Heretic, doing a movie critique. Because sometimes I like to do double critique days. 4 subscribers. Board Game, 4 subscribers. Puzzle Striker, 3 subscribers. Like, that's the momentum. Because I guarantee you, if I looked at this video from from January of last year, these Kickstarter critiques are not getting nearly as much attention or subscribers gained because I was relatively early in the process of making them. And I was only a couple months in. And that's where I am right now, I feel, on some other stuff. And so it's just like, it's fun. It's fun. All right, what else? Anything else we want to take a look-see at? Average view duration, don't really care. Yeah, let's check out the geography. Let's see where people are watching. So 51% in the United States. That's amazing to me. That is so awesome. The rest of the world, I love you. Like, I want to come to your board game convention, wherever it is, one day. Like, that's my dream. I want to go to the African board game convention. I want to go to the UK board game convention, Australia board game. I want to go to everything. I want to meet everybody. I want to play games with everybody. This is fantastic to me. The fact that we're probably shooting 60% in North America. Yeah, less than 60% of the people watching this channel from North America, and the other 40% of the world. Let's go global. I want that number to continue to go that way. And here's the bottom line. I'll tell you exactly why that is. 2 reasons. First, Kickstarter critiques. One of the things that I noticed really early on, people from the United States don't typically give a damn about the shipping because we're not getting screwed over on the shipping. But the people from the rest of the world really care about the shipping, and I go in depth on the shipping. I go in depth on everything in that segment. And so I think that's part of the reason why. Not to mention the fact that, once again, I go to those mass-produced games that I'm buying and I'm making these how-to-play videos on. Those are shipped all over the world. There's a reason why you play a mass-market game. You open the rule booklet, and there's yeah, let's do it right now. How many different languages are on Uno All Wild? We got Spanish, we got English, we got 4 different languages here. That's worldwide. Skyjo the card game? Oh my gosh, I actually have it here. This is fantastic. There are 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 6 languages. People in Japan, if they speak English, are going to be watching that video. Like, that's amazing to me. And that's one last thing I want to do before we get you out of here. I want to check the Skyjo the card game and see how diverse that group of people is. But this is fantastic to me. You know, look at that. 1% of my viewers are from Brazil. 1% from the Netherlands. That's so cool. Oh, and I don't think that's how it used to be. And I can check that. Let's go lifetime. So, United States, 51.2 in the last month. Let's go lifetime. I bet it's going to be way. Okay, it's 51.6. All right, never mind. Oh, that was so underwhelming. Oh, I love doing content. All right, but I do want to go check out that. So, viewer age, let's check out this. I think this is always fascinating. 13 to 17. What's up? 1%. I don't think I've ever cracked 1% on that. Once again, let's double check and see. Let's check 2021. Yeah, 0.9%. That's what I'm saying. That's a relatively new thing. That gets me super excited as well. And if you are an aspiring content creator and you like this behind the scenes stuff, if you ever want to make content and you want to put it on my channel just to give it a feel, see if it's something for you, I can help you at every step of the way as long as you're editing on an iPhone or an iPad. And I'm more than happy to do that for anyone in the world. Reach out to me in any way, shape, or form. And if you ever want me to pull the stuff, like you'll have full control over those videos. Like you'll be able to pull it. I'm not going to give you full control of Bauer Skateboarder, but you want to pull it, all that sort of stuff. More than happy to do that. Tons of advice I can give you. 18 to 24, 14%. That's 15% of my viewers who, like, let's be honest, were you watching YouTube 10 years ago? Yeah, you probably were. Are you going to be watching YouTube 10 years from now? Yeah, you probably will. Like, and so that's amazing to me that hopefully they're going to grow into fans, you know? 18 to 24, 25 to 34, 35 to 34, still the bread and butter. Awesome. And then 2.4% are seniors. That's amazing. Welcome. Thank you for watching my content. Like, that blows my freaking mind. If you had, what is that? What's the math? If you had 40 people in a room that were all watching Bauer's Game Corner, there's a chance that one of those people would be retired, would be a 65 plus. That's so cool to me. That's so neat. I just don't imagine, 65-year-olds watching my video, but then I'm like, when I'm 65, am I going to be watching them? Yeah. I'm still going to be watching YouTube content. So female, 30% to male, 69%. Hopefully we can get that more even as well. But let's get a barometer on this. Let's see how it was in 2021. So 30.7, 69.3, and that, wow, yes, look at that. That's 3.5% more of my viewership being women, because ideally that would be 50-50. Like, because that's great. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, I love digging through numbers. It's so fun. Like, and these are things that you see, and I say to myself now, I'm going to be thinking about it in the back of my head, why is it? What am I doing that is making my channel more likely for demographic X to click on? And that's cool. So the date, views on the dates, whatever. You can see my most popular view day, I guess. It was 6,100. Okay. All right. So last thing I want to check, then we will get to the Sky Joe card game, and then I'll show you over here the fun section I always like to look at, and we can see the real time and see if there's any trends or some things that we need to take a look at. So go to Sky Joe. I'm feeling a headache because I'm talking so much. I'm getting dehydrated. My tea is gone. We're going to pile this. Oh, there was actually still a drink down there. I should drink that. All right, so let's go here. Let's check out the demographics on this one. Traffic source. No, that's not what we want. Geography. There we go. So, it doesn't tell me anything. Wow, this is so useful. You told me the views. Thanks. What is this? What is this section? This section's useless. It doesn't tell me anything. Alright, well, underwhelming was underwhelming. Alright, let's just get out of here. I want to check out the real time. Always fascinating. So, 8,719 subscribers. Awesome. That is 40 since I last updated my cool little thing that I have behind me where I sit sometimes. And that's exciting. That means I need to update that. And every time I update that, that just makes me feel so good. Every time I update that. Just like, ooh. So, let's check the last 60 minutes. Is anything hot? Does anything need my attention right now? No. Ono99 just posted that one. We got a little bit of a new buzz. Clue Suspect card game. Look at that! Barrel of Monkeys, Clue Suspect card game. In the last 60 minutes, those are my number 3 and number 4 most popular videos. Think about that. Of the 4,000 plus videos I have, those are number 3 and number 4. So we have a big crowdfunding IP game We have my newest video, which I just posted like an hour or two ago, which is always going to have a slight little bump at the beginning. And then Barrel of Monkeys Clue Suspect card game. I love that. I absolutely love that. Okay, so nothing that's pressing, nothing I need to, like, share. Because if I see something here, and it's like 200 views in the last 60 minutes, that tells me that I need to drop everything I'm doing, and I need to immediately fixate on why that is doing so well, and how I can potentially make that do even better. Is it retweeting something? Is it getting on Facebook and talking? Or is it, what is it? What do I need to do? Because sometimes it'll be like a relevant topic. Like a game will have a relevant topic to it that's hot for that day. And so I'm starting to get to the point where, like, okay, I need to put this as the video for returning viewers. And there's little things like that that I'm trying to get better at doing. And you notice these things if you're hounding on the numbers, because they really can tell you so much. So we have hand-to-hand Wombat. That I expect that's the new I can't right click. I hate you. That's the new one from the Exploding Kittens crowd. So I expect that to be a pretty popular video if I can get it to the top of the... let's check it out. I can actually show you exactly what I'm talking about. Hand-to-hand Wombat. Here we go. If I can get my keywords to the top, hopefully. So let's see. How are they doing? So, oh, great. Yeah, type in hand-to-hand Wombat, I'm number 2. Hand-to-hand Wombat, number 3. Hand-to-hand Wombat game, number 4. This is fantastic. This is great. Because, and a lot of people tell you they don't use the cards. The cards don't mean as much. The tags don't. I still think they're invaluable to me because they help me better maybe understand how people type into YouTube. I don't know. Maybe I'm doing a stretch there. But yeah, let's see. Has this one gained any new subscribers? Does it tell me yet? It lost me a subscriber. But I bet you I'll get it back. I went on a very big tangent in that one about Jalop, who I just can't stand Jalop. But we're not going to go there. So I'm curious to see how that one will do. And I know they actually took some of the suggestions. They actually took quite a few of the suggestions. And I don't know if that just happens to be happenstance, but I'm hoping it's the Exploding Kittens people saying, hey, Jalop, why don't you go fix this crap? Jalop, you will feel my will. Uno Wild trickling along. Seas of Havoc. That's the Kickstarter from yesterday, which I thought was a really cool looking game. I thought that main image could use some stuff. Mina the Follower. I'm excited to see how this one does as well. This is a video game, and I think it's going to be a massively popular one. I speculated, though. I think I might have a little bit of an angry mob on this one. This one might have some high dislikes. Let's actually check this one out. Because this is a video game crowd, and I was not the nicest to it. Just because, I don't even remember, honestly. But I think I gave it like a B+, so it wasn't a bad grade. Okay. So yeah, nothing too pressing here. Lots of how to plays. Pokemon Surprise Attack game. This one. So this one I'm super interested to see what the long-term legs are like this. I bought this. It is an absolute pile of garbage, like component-wise. Like, it's just, it doesn't work the way you want it to, and it's super frustrating. You ever had one of those toys where it's like more kind of a toy, kind of a game, and it's kind of crap? That's what this was. And I also did a buyer beware on this. So the How to Play got me 4 subscribers and $16. So it's almost paid for itself because it wasn't like $20. That being said, I actually got all the money back because I returned it because we were going to give it to my kids for Christmas, but it was such a pile of garbage. I was like, no, we're just going to return this. So that's just $16 profit. And yes, I suppose if you really want to start doing How to Play videos, you could just buy them and return them, but that's unethical. That's not what I'm going to do. So let's see the Pokemon Attack game. Buyer beware. Let's see how this one. Has this one moved the needle at all? So this one, 396, no new subscribers, but it keeps trickling along. And if they keep this in print, this will keep being something that trickles along. But there you go. That is all the behind the scenes stuff that you could possibly ask for, I would imagine. If it was not, please let me know in the comments below what you want me to cover next time on next month's this segment Behind the Corner. Also, if you enjoy what I'm doing, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below as I'm trying to reach 10,000 subscribers. And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube. I'm going to go get hydrated. Bye-bye.